been around and know what I'm saying. So it's not a fan base, me. You know, look at club. You know what I mean? You either with it or you're not with it. You know, I'm yours. Oh, it's that. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And people, there's construction going on nearby. On a Sunday, you know? On a Sunday. Well, it not stop me, you know. So, first things first. Happy Father's Day. That was, I think, yesterday. Yeah, man. So, or any day that is played, as far as I'm concerned, Happy Father's Day every day here, sir. But that takes me to another subject. What is child appropriate? A lot of the times I've realized that over the ages, you know, parents have decided to be a little bit different with certain things, you know, and as such, fashion, films, and just access to various things, parties, children are now pretty much allowed to be adults. Now, for those of you who want to turn around and say, go on there, old man, feel time pass, man. That no make it again. I'm alright with that. I'm the most modern day, old fashioned man you will find. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes on to fashion, let's look at it. I don't know exactly how it is that the same outfits that you would wear as a grown person, you find to be alright for your children. As a matter of fact, the sellers of these clothes, I figure that the reason them can sell it is because they know somebody going to come in and buy it. So there's no reason that 11, 12, and 13-year-olds are wearing the same clothes we will go see in a dance hall, the same clothes we will go see in a beer as a dear parties, the same clothes we see. But when we are drive as man, and we see 2, 3 of them girl here, and we say, yo, watch them woman that star until when they drive past and look on them, all the body socks marks still left on them same way. Them look like them just barely left the nipple buckle and on the way to learn how to say, alright, fine, them can drink milk themselves. Yeah. Many times you might look and say, well, I mean, you don't know, the style, allow them. I'm not saying we must put them in sackcloth and ashes. I'm not saying we must make them frumpy and old and look like some long time civil servant or some warrior Christian. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is making sure that if your child, notice I said child, is going to be in a public space, you make a decision that this is child appropriate. Don't be walking with your child and the two of you look like definitely two big women from long time, a step as you don't have a mind. And then you're wondering to yourself how it is that men are walking behind and making all kinds of inappropriate remarks, because that's what you're going to say. You are going to be the first person to scream out and say, yo, where the man? It's 12, you know. As far as I'm concerned, this is not in any way meant to excuse men, but I've said this much. We don't know when we look from one direction. We don't know, because what we do know is that the outfit we're looking at from this angle is clearly adult. What we do know is that when we come across the actual person and then realize that who we're looking at are children or a child, yes, in many ways we stop and say, oh, Jano, but more importantly, what we do ask ourselves a lot of the time is whether or not what we're looking at is their own design or something that is designed by them parents and approved by them parents. No. You know, so I go fling a big stone next time every day I pass. They try to mash up the thing, you know. Like, you're one of them, you know. Anyway, what matters really in all of this is let us try our best to understand and realize that why they want to be friendly, why they want to understand, why they want to move with the times, and why they want to be up to the time and not seem like some long time old granny in the system. Understand this. It doesn't make sense for you to be looking at your children and thinking, oh, alright, you know, it can go on. It can go on. Make it go on. What I will say is two other things in relation to this. Only for the man them were out there, when you see them, although they might have dressed like them and Spice do video together, once you realize that these are indeed children, brother, nobody said this and said that and pass on little rude remarks and go on with yourselves and then say, no, but brother, you know, see. No. Pass them. Don't even bother, let me not say don't admonish them. What I will say is, maybe if you're going to make a comment, tell them that you believe that at their age and stage, it's not the most appropriate thing for them to be wearing. Alright? That's okay. But if in your own mind, you believe that okay, they've been allowed to do this, and maybe they want to turn around and cuss them, you play your part. Now, all that we did young one time, all that we used to have a style, we pop with a bag. And we arrange with who and who and who. And know so we have some different outfits where we wear because we can't go out of the house and our parents. No! So that we plan to do. Back in the day, we used to take out some clothes and go on with yourself and hope for the best. The truth is, we didn't necessarily hide and take out clothes that were inappropriate. We used to hide and take out clothes because we don't want nobody to know where we are going. So for those youngsters who are about trying to make sure that they leave their house as children, but when they reach the house of a friend or a relative or somebody who can work with it, yeah man, it's time to change and become somebody else. Let me tell you something. Whole heap of man out there now have no scruples with certain things. Whole heap of man out there, alright, we don't decide and say, oh, we don't want to play little miss big thing. Right? Understand this. The same thing applies to the youth them who walk up and down with them pants, down on them waist. I don't care if I'm my one or if I'm somebody else's one. Them style, the leg of them style, brother. That is not even big man style. That's not a style. There's no reason why you should believe in yourself. So guess what I'm now? Your need to fit into big people settings make you say, oh, alright, yeah, let me chest the part. I beg you now. I'm going to try and see. Might have too late, but it's never too late to try. Try and see how best you can bring back them youth, the age appropriate thing. Yeah? Stop making them jump up and down in a party we don't know in the garrison. We don't know dance. Stop making them watch certain things. We don't know, or without it, but we know say it's available. And stop making them dress certain way and go all about on the street. Here's to the story. That's Rodney's story.